Justin, what's yours?
You know what's so Raven? Going to see a movie in a theater.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Hey,
I haven't tried it yet.
Well, I did it when I was in New York when I brought Mom to the Elon show and I mean, that was New York, but in Kansas City, people have been, there was only really one theater that was open. But I mean, there are actual movies that are coming out. Oh, hey, Tweaky. Or is that Cubby? That's Cubby. I think we heard Cubby earlier.
I heard that.
For the people listening, Cubby is now draped over Heidi's shoulders. just decided to join the podcast. She has some things to say. She's really inspecting cute.
The
microphone.
Up to the mic.
That's right. Oh, this is adorable. God. This is why you need to watch the YouTube show, because this is fucking gold.
But I do have full claws in my back.
Of course you do. First going to see a movie in the theater, and then have you guys heard what's happening with AMC right now as far as their stock and what's okay? So have you heard about this, Heidi?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so back in January there was that big huge thing about GameStop, right? And Stonks, remember Stonks?
Oh yeah.
And GameStop to the moon, right? And so basically what was happening is there's a thing called short selling. And when Wall Street big hedge firms think that a business is going to fail, they say, I think that stocks is going to drop. So they buy what's called a short option. Now, the problem though is that if enough of these people see other people buying shorts, enough of these firms, they'll be like, oh, let's keep buying it. And sometimes they can put people out of business. I think that's actually how Blockbuster got driven out of business, is they kept on shorting, and then nobody wanted to give Blockbuster money. And that happened right after the financial crisis. So I might be wrong about that, but I think that that's true. Anyway, so AMC obviously was in pretty dire straits during the pandemic, because New York and LA were just completely shut down. And so they kept shorting. And then all these studios like Disney would put, Mulan on streaming, right? And Warner Brothers and HBO Max, right? It's oh, we're going to show Dune, on HBO Max. And it's not going to be coming out or it's going to come out simultaneously, right? So that really, really cuts into the theater's profit. Well, people on Twitter and Reddit decided, no, fuck that.
We're buying.
We love these companies. We're going to buy these fucking stocks. And the problem and the great thing about it is they're just buying. And at a certain point, if somebody shorts it, they're betting that the stock's going to go down. But if it doesn't go down, if it goes up, that then costs a lot of money. Right. And they have to make sure that they're buying stock to cover their shorts. Right. That's what it's known as, covering.
Which drives the price up even further.
Exactly. Because they have to keep buying. So what happened in January, GameStop? Well, AMC was kind of like the little brother during that time. GameStop was the one that went. Well, right now, AMC is the big brother. And it's the one that's getting the most attention. And so on Twitter, people call themselves apes. AMC Apes. And as you know that I used to work for AMC theaters, and I'm not a huge fan of them anymore, but I will say that their CEO is going on all these YouTube shows and talking to these streamers. And I am just obsessed because he just is playing the game perfectly. And he is really rallying the apes. He calls them apes. He's he just is into the nomenclature, and it's great. It's great to see the little guy make some money. And so going back to the theater to see movies is so Raven.
Yeah.
And
very
retail investors fucking over hedge funds who have shorted the AMC stock because they wanted to drive it out of business to make money. That's pretty Raven too. So those are my That's So Ravens.